Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Current Affairs series. Today we will discuss about 7th June current affairs. Myself, Sunny Sandeep. Welcome to my channel Gear Up for Group 1 exam. Let us discuss the current affairs. The first one. Today, that is June 7th, we will celebrate it as a World Food Safety Day. That is, for this today, theme is food safety, everyone's business. We have to preserve or we have to food for safety, that is known as, that's why June 7th celebrated as a World Food Safety Day. Next one, India's COVID-19 tally 5th highest in the world. We have seen the cases are increased to almost 2,46,000 cases. That means in the world we are stood at the 5th position, going up by rank with a 10,258 new COVID-19 cases recorded as on 10:30 am on Saturday. India overtook Spain to become the 5th most affected country. Between May and June 5th, India recorded 8,970 new cases every day on an average, the third highest in the world. If you see the table given here right side, that is country one side, cases are all there, deaths are there, average new cases are there. If you see the first one, that is most affected one, that is USA, that is United States of America, with almost 18 lakh cases are recorded. After that Brazil is there, 6 lakh cases. After that Russia is there, that is 4,58,000 cases are. After that UK, that is United Kingdom, with 2,86,000 cases. Now India is stood at 5th position with 2,46,000 cases, and deaths are there in 6,941. There is an average of 8,970 cases. Here we have to say precaution about this COVID-19. Be at home and stay home and stay safe. Next one, India's solar ferry sails into the global context. Here, meaning of ferry is a boat. That means solar ferry means solar powered boat. It is the India's first solar powered ferry is known as Aditya. There is a route between Vaikom and Tavanakadavu route in Kerala. This India's first solar powered Aditya will transport in this route. Here this Aditya is shortlisted for the Gussave Trove Awards. Here this Aditya is operated by Kerala State Water Transport Development Department, that is KSWTD, Kerala State Water Transport Department. Here this vessel, that is Aditya vessel, was built by Novalt Solar and Electric Bulbs. For this firm, the founder and CEO of Sandit Thandasari. Founder and CEO of this firm is Sandit Thandasari. Here this, what is the important or what is the unique feature, unique selling point is, USP is transporting 11 lakh passengers and a clocking distance of 70,000 km without a single drop of fossil fuel in that waters. This is about India's solar ferry sails into the global context, that is known as a Gussave Trove Awards. Next one, serotonin triggers diseased locust swarms. We have seen the last month or in recent weeks, we have seen a locust attacks, that is almost desert locust attacks. What is the meaning of swarms? It comes in a group or like a bunch of locusts will come in a single attack, that is known as a swarms. Here there is a one locust warning organizations, that is LWO, is located in Jodhpur. For that, to control this locust attack, they use the technique of aerial spray of insecticides. In these days, drones they will use. Here there is a one update or online update about locust swarm, that is locust swarm and its management has been published by ICRISAT Development Center, that is IDC. Here what is the meaning of or abbreviation of ICRISAT? ICRISAT is a International Crops Research Institute for the semi-arid tropics. It is very very important. ICRISAT is known as a International Crops Research Institute for semi-arid tropics, which is located at Hyderabad. Here there is a control measure. Every country or every throughout the world they are using, detect the swarm and kill it as it moves. There is a strategy, that is detect the swarm, that means that locust swarm, detect the swarm and kill it as it moves. Here we know that this serotonin triggers this locust swarm attacks. If you develop spray serotonin inhibitor molecules as the swarm begins to form. Whenever this swarm begins to form, we have to spray these serotonin inhibitors, then we will fight against these locust attacks. Next one, CCMB finds cheaper and more effective RT-PCR, that is reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction method to test COVID-19 samples. In the first article we have seen almost 246,000 cases are recorded yet. Here CCMB is known as Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, that is CCMB. It is located in Hyderabad. Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology. Here in this COVID-19 situation, almost 246,000 cases are recorded yet. In this situation, there is increased tracing and testing and isolation of people is required. That's why for previous one we are using RT-PCR test, that is reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction. It is currently preferred protocol for the testing. If we are using this one, it will take some time and expensive also. That's why CCMB came up with one cheaper, more effective RT-PCR test method to test the COVID-19 samples. Here, how this, first of all we have to see how this RT-PCR or preferred protocol is working. Then we will see how that is developed by CCMB. We will see the next one. First of all, in conventional or traditional RT-PCR test, they will collect the samples from nasal swabs, and they are collected and placed in the viral transport medium, that is known as VTM, viral transport medium. From that there is a liquid, we have to take it out, and after that we have to take viral RNA, that is ribonucleic acid, is extracted and a test is carried out. That means RT-PCR test is carried out. It is the step of isolation of RNA, that is ribonucleic acid. This is the conventional or present method we are using. First of all, we will collect the nasal swabs. After that, we will place it in a viral transport medium, that is VTM. After that, we will extract the viral RNA and test is carried out. After that, RT-PCR. It is the step of isolation method. But how this CCMB will give the effective results, or how this method will get into that one, that's why we will see. First one, dry swab. Apart from nasal swab, this CCMB method is collecting dry swab, is transferring to the vial containing 400 ml of TE buffer. First one. That is second one, sample extraction, that is incubate at room temperature for 30 minutes. Second one we have to do incubate at room temperature for 30 minutes. After that we have to see the transfer 50 ml from 400 ml of the buffer to new vial of 96 well plate. After that we have to use this template. After collecting from third step, we have to use this template for RT-PCR. Here virus inactivation, heat at 98 degrees Celsius for 6 minutes. After that we have to store further use of at minus 80 degrees centigrade. Here we have to do at two situations, that is first one is at 98 degrees centigrade we have to heat. After that another sample is for minus 80 degrees centigrade. Here RNA isolation followed by the, after extracting this from this liquid, we will extract the RNA After that we will do same method, that is RT-PCR test. Here right side I have given that picture, that the dry swab collected from the patient is being immersed into the tube containing TE buffer. This is about CCMB method, cheaper method developed by CCMB, that is Center for Molecular and Biology. Here UPSC previous paper analysis, that is PYPQ. I have taken UPSC prelims 2019. The question is given here. The word Denizo-1 is sometimes mentioned in media reference to Denizo-1. Options are given here. Fossils of a kind of dinosaurs, an early human species, or a cave system found in Northeast India, a geographical period in the history of Indian subcontinent. These are the 4 options given here. The right option is Denizo-1 is an early human species. That's why we have seen sometimes mentioned in media reference to an early human species, Denizo-1. With this we can conclude our video. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Gear up for Group 1 exam. This is Sunny Sandeep signing out. Take care. Bye bye.